Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Satisfactory. It's been a while for me because of all things happening in IRL with me being in between jobs at the moment. I had a lot of things to arrange and I met up with a lot of friends, went on a lot of trips, and now a few weeks later I thought now it's time to pick it back up again, so I prepped a few little things for us to do in the next 2 episodes, which will lead on towards completing phase 3. And after that, it's going to be interesting because it means we're gonna go with aluminum and all that kind of stuff. That's going to be great. So, what I wanted to do, if you remember, we had like a big old base over there with all basic commodities sprawled all over the place. I always said that I wanted to make it a little bit more compact, a little bit more of a smaller factory, and also ready to put it up into the cloud. So that's what I did here. I built a road here, even in the previous episode. I think I already showed it. So what I did, I put up Mark II miners on top of here for the iron. I put one down there just in case I need something extra, and I got up some copper from all the way down there. It's all connected. It's already on for resources. We just need to use it. So what am I going to do here? It should work, but I will have to see the numbers after we work it. Is going to place here 4 foundries and make 2 for copper, 2 for iron. And that will at least give us more than enough resources to make all basic commodities that we have on the other one as well, making iron plates, pipes, screws, stitch plating. I think we can also make for copper. We don't need wires because we already have that other one, but for the cables and the sheets, all of that we'll be able to make here, and just to make occasion for our storage, it will be here. And I'm thinking of making it in the same style as we had in the other base. And I think keeping the style the same everywhere is nice, and we can build upon that in case we want to. So for now I have it up there. We have 2 lines. One would be the iron and the other one would be the copper. So let's get it down here, shall we? You know what, I don't think, just keep it a Mark III. This is a little bit easier available, and we can adjust it if we need to even lower it or higher it depending on what we need. So let's see, if we want to divide it, we need to split it. Make sure the right one is there. Let's see, gotta be in line. Enough room that we can attach it. Ooh, that would, this works. All right. All right, and we know that the second one will be then, if this is iron and the other one will be copper. You want it one higher so it can go into the foundries. So we want to have a splitter as well. Same construct as we have here. Oh, and it's really tight next to each other. We'll do it 3 high, so we know that's one elevator. So we can attach both of them together. Wait, did it already attach itself? It did. Alright, perfect. And it probably will do done so as well, but it doesn't matter. If it works, it works. So now we have to place down our foundries. Given a little bit of room so we can play around with that without having to worry. I'd say 2 on one side, 2 on the other. Do we want to have a little bit of wiggle room between the 2? It doesn't really matter, does it? Is it just the production? Make sure that I can see the line so I know. Okay, so this one will be the, let's say, the copper and the alloy. So now we just have to attach. You guy always shows up whenever I'm building or anywhere. It's really starting to annoy me. Alright, so let's attach everything. So we'll go straight into it. Good. Keep in line with the same. We do need one splitter a little bit to the side. That might be a bit short. I think we can work around that. Because if we place this one here, should be fine. A little bit too high. You mean too steep? I don't know what was going on there, but I'm pretty sure it's something very technical that doesn't really matter. It works, so I'm more than happy with that. And that one we can just attach there. So it's a bit of a mirror between the two, and I'm more than fine with that. As long as it works. So you might need to get rid of that for a second. Let me guess, you're gonna have the same weird thing here? Yeah. Alright, that fits all very perfectly together. Meaning we have 75 here, 75 there, that's 150. I think these won't produce even more. We have 200 in total. We're never gonna use all of it, but having it is useful, because if we have some other resource in the area that might need to have use of this, we can make use of it. So right now we've got our foundries making. There will be like a separate factory just to produce this, and I don't think we have on top enough room to make everything. So let's just collect everything into two lines and move them like across the street to another factory, which is gonna be like over there, and then all the end result we'll have there will be taken to that storage shed over there. I think that would be a great way to go about it. And let's see. Yeah, we'll be fine if we made it into a merger, just to come together. It works so much nicer. Alright. And this one tile I'll then use as the path between the two factories. So how high do we want to make this, just so it goes across the street in a decent manner, so we can just go easily underneath it with whatever we want. I think that will be nice. Alright, good. And the reason I put it next to each other is that the feed for the next location will all come through the same area. And that will work perfectly. So, one track toward the other side. Can be a little bit closer to the wall. No, I think that would be fine. Perfectly. And the wall we will make in between, we can easily put one of those manual holes just to make them. So now this line is totally free all the way towards where our storage facility is going to be. Yes, I think that will work. Meaning, let's put up a preliminary wall. So we now do not go past that wall. Good. Alright, so we have a hell of a lot of resource coming in. So since this is copper and the other one is iron, let's just make all our copper stuff first. So if we go towards our list from things we want to make, we know that we want to have wire for the stitch iron plate. We do not need to store any because we already have some at the other location, so it's just for production. For cable we also have the same thing. We need 60 in order to make that, so we have a lot of wire to make. We want at least to make 30 per minute, preferably even more. So if you want 60 of that, we want to go with, like I said, 30 per minute per constructor. So we need 2 constructors per cable then. Yeah, I think we just need to do 1 wire. I think it will have to do. I don't think wire goes into anything else at the moment other than what we need to use in the field. It's okay. Yeah, 2 constructors for this wire. And 1.5 for this. So we need 4 constructors for the wire. And what else can we make from that? I think that's the copper sheets. So whatever we have remaining, I will turn into copper sheets. So we have 200 coming in. So let's just start by making these constructors. And I'm beginning to have an idea that maybe I want to have the copper stuff on the first floor, iron on the second, and on the third the combination of the two. Yes, 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 yes. I like that idea. Alright. Let's start here. And we're not limited to what we need. Yes, I know that below here we have resources, but we're not going to use them. If we do, I can almost uproot them. Let me check where it is, and maybe just to be sure, just build out of the way. Ooh, that's a terrible location. So it's just 2. And they are impure. You know what? For now, we'll forget about it. We haven't seen anything. Because this is not going to be like a mega factory that we want to have the most out of it as we can. We just want everything automated, so we have at the end made everything we can use. And this is just the first area. We have plenty of other areas with much better resources left to play around with. So I think that will be fine. Alright, let's see, just standard wire. So that would be 60. Oh, that's actually not that bad, is it? Alright. So we have 2 on the production of the cable and 2 for the production of the stitch plating. You know what, I'm trying to think a little bit ahead just about the sheer volume. Let's make more. We have the resources, why not? Because that way we can go for 2 that will make stitch iron plating. Meaning we have 37.5 times 2 is 75. That is at least 3. So we'll make another one here. And we can balance them off by adding or subtracting. So that's good. You know what? Yes. That way we know that these are for the cables, these are for the wire we're going to use for the stitch plating. So we actually have like separate lines in the factory working towards the goal that we have. Alright, so we will bring these 2 together into another constructor. Technically it works, it's just not pretty. So let's leave this one here. You're gonna move a little bit backwards, just to make it look a little bit more appealing. One closer. Yeah, that will work. Alright. that means the cable is done and can be transported to the storage whenever we are done. Alright. Let's see, how will we connect? Split. Goes. Yeah. Here, before we head over to the next section for the plating. Right. That's good. Yeah, so how we are gonna collect this and send it up to the next place where it needs to be, we can leave that for now, because it will be wherever we're gonna put our assemblies, and we might build our way towards it. That there's period, that's done. Alright, so we have 3 here, 2 there. That is 5 times 30. Let's just check. 15. So it's not even that. Jesus. Yeah. So we have a lot to spare. Might even make more plates. Why not? If we have the resources, we can always bump up the resource sources to even more output than that. Okay, so we want to have what, at least these 2 or 3. Yeah, let's make 3 constructors with that. Why not? All right, since we're gonna have a lot of open space here, because this is gonna come together to where the assembly line is. That's not the one we need. Let's make it like that. And since this is gonna be the one that sends everything to the cloud, if we ever make it on another location, it will just be towards the production line that's needed over there. Perfect, and these will all come together and move over to the storage facility. Which will be over there. Alright, so that line is done too. Alright, that means that our copper is now all the way finished. So let's box this all up and start to create our secondary floor where we're going to start working with our iron and move on to that in a few minutes, which will be probably just as an easy assembly as this, just trying to work in our head with the numbers that we have and what we want to get out of it. So what we know now of copper, even with this, we're going to have a surplus. I like it. So like I said, for now I'm gonna put up the building around it. I put on the electricity for it. It's all on and ready to work. Put on the roof for our second layer, and once we're ready to start planting our production line there, I'll be back. So see you all in a few, let's just be courteous, say a few hours. See you soon. Alright, we're back and everything's been powered up, and we have a shielding to build on for our next section, which is going to be the iron section of the build. And I blocked off the entire foundry section because this is done, it's working, it has a door, so yeah, that's all working perfectly fine. I even balanced out our input because I did the calculation and we were a little bit short, so I ended up, let me show you it. In this I added an extra line of iron to it just to make sure we have enough feed going in to keep it working in the end, because once we're done, everything that's overflow will go straight into a sink here as well, so we're generating even more points for those higher rewards that we want. Here on we're gonna build our iron section as well, and so far for what I've calculated we need to have 5 constructors, which we have more than enough to build extra upon. And then you might wonder, what's this? What's this smelter doing here, and why have we connected all of these? Well, as I was making preparations for the next part, I was thinking, what if we also made heavy frames here? Because that would be a very well asset to have. We might not be able to make enough of a stable supply in order to push it into a next recipe, but we could be making enough to fill up a box and put it in the cloud as well, so we can use it for other sections, including our completing phase 3. There is one recipe of that needs it, so I thought that this might be a really nice way to incorporate that. And I think in the end we might be able to produce 1.5 per minute. So like I said, not a lot, but well, we are doing other things because I also want to make computers. I also want to start up the fuel section in the blue crater. Yeah, by that time we'll have our 100 frames for well, one for the blueprints and the other one for phase 3. So I think that would be a great idea, and therefore we have these smelters, and we need 7 next to each other. So while we're busy building the other parts, let's build the smelters as well, and hopefully we'll have enough room. If not, we'll just make more flooring. Let's go make it tight, or else 8 right. 2. Make sure we don't lose count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we should have plenty of room at the end to collect all of it and then make it in the next part, which will be iron pipes, which I unlocked in our heap of recipes that we have waiting to be used. Over there we have some limestone that we can use to make those into encased frames. Like partly of it. Half of it goes to frames, half of it actually stays into the pipe form, which we can use for our framework. So yes. Alright. I changed the input from going down to going to the floor up to the 2nd floor, so we can actually work with that. So right here we need to find space for, well, 5 constructors. 2 for sheets, 2 for pipes, and 1 for iron screws. Yeah. And we should have enough resources to balance that out. I'm going to put it a little bit further away so we have a little bit more room with our conveyor belts. That's the sheet. Let's make a little more room. And that would be our iron screws. How much room have we in here? Not a lot, but enough to walk through. This one a little bit wider. And that way we also have a little bit more room left in case we need more, because this is all just done based upon what I had in my head. And I thought having 2 sheets, 2 pipes and 1 screws will at least give us the base recipes with enough left to be used in future recipes as well. And if we need to adjust it, we'll adjust it along the way. Let's put this in here. Should work. Like I said, if we need more sheets or ever, we just add it to the build in the process. Oh, really? It's not working? Still too close? Really now? I thought that was definitely gonna work out for us. Then we're just gonna have to switch it up a little bit. I thought with default we should be able to make that. Well. And nothing if not flexible, I'm hoping. No, not default. Straight. And then if you go away and put a new cap on it, and that way. And that should work a little bit better. Alright. Sheets. Sheets. This will be our alternative screws. Rods. Awesome. And I thought, well, we could start making our assemblers here, but I feel like if we are coming short on resources to make it, and we have next to our stitch plates, we also want our frames on there, we're gonna need a lot more room for that. I mean, like a lot more room, so we're gonna add another layer on top. So let's see where we're gonna start at wall mates as well, like here. And this is why I love having a jetpack. And if we get some better fuel later to make the jetpack even more outrageous, love it. Is this okay? Or did I went one too far? No, I think this is good enough. So now we just need to bring everything we need together and then look on the top on where we're gonna actually use it. Meaning that every line that goes upstairs, we need to make sure that the entrances are a bit on the outside so we can use the inside to build the assemblers. Alright, merger. Put this here. Good. The same thing over here. And then we'll just check our recipes, what we want. Because we want to make modular frames, which is gonna require the rod and reinforced plate, which we're gonna use the stitched iron plate for. So this will come down from 2 layers down, which you already have at the ready, and we need our iron plate. So it says 18 per minute. We should be making a bit more than that, yeah. So we need to make sure that one side goes up, but we also need to get the overflow then back into storage, because I do want these basic recipes also to be used in storage. So what I'm thinking for now is that we put like in line with this, then all the way to the back end of it. Let's open it there for one hole. Ho, 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 ho. No, no, no. I saw that too late. It's an innie. But this way we have enough room to put in a smart splitter that takes it away to storage. How, what, where will come to that at a later point. Then we'll have 5 next to it. And it would be great if we can put let's see what's on it right on the top. For the wires that's gonna come in from all the way downstairs. And we might wanna pull this one up on top, so that the rods can just go straight into storage, because there's no need for it at the moment. We just want to have it stored. For some reason, nobody likes to screw around with that. Have I done it the wrong way around again? Come on. No, it's an in. That's an in too. Oh yeah, it's on the front. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that in and out should not be mixed up. Awesome. Okay, so those two are in it to win it, and same thing here. We have enough of a big old straight line that we can put a smart splitter on there, taking it all the way back up to storage, which I will figure out at some point. Now let's get down there. Well, this cable, don't need to mess with that. And let's see. I think yeah, it's going out at the end of this. Yeah, and having it put on top. Make it easier to have some open room here to walk around in and play around. Make it all nice and pretty. Yep. Awesome. Okay, so this floor is done. We just need to power it up. While we're at it, shall we connect all our smelters too? Just to do that part of the factory as well. Why not? Gotta make sure that everything does have our line showing. And we should be in need of 6.7 smelters to melt everything down. That's why we put on totally 7. So the last one will probably have a very easy day processing everything. That's one side down. And I don't think we're gonna have to add any more, so let's make this a bit. So that's why. It's oh wait. No, that's it. I thought, is it gonna be too short? Nope. Alright. And then here comes the mergers. The first one. Alright, and the output is collected. Alright, so what we have is the result of all those smelting works, which is it actually going to just a constructor for that? I didn't even realize for iron pipe if that goes, it has to be, right? Yeah, just a constructor. It's nothing special, not foundry or anything like that, so yeah. And it does need a massive 100 per minute, which is it's a lot of input. All right, so what we have now is this is done. We just need to get it on top. I will leave it for now because if we do not have enough room for our initial assemblers, which is going to be 2 for stitched and 1 for the frames, then I'll extend it so we have room to build our 3 or 4 other machines left there as well. On the other hand, if we just need 2 constructors, we could technically build it here. Because we have some room. Even though I left that space open in case we need more resources. Interesting. Awesome. This build is getting bigger and bigger the more we talk about it, and I don't mind it. Because in the end, we're going to have some really nice resources in a very confined space. And then we cut off all the trim around it, making it just as nice as our other location. And roughly in the same style as well. And when we decide on how we want to do our pillars, we're going to integrate it into the whole site as well. So, okay, so we have the base here for our next stage ready. For our additional one, we are starting to have to prep. I need to figure out where I want the limestone in, and I'm thinking of concreting it right at the source and just have the concrete come in straight away. Because this is just a normal limestone, which is perfect. This will be more than enough for what we need. Ooh, no, that's dangerous. I'll pick it up after I save later. And I think it might be wise to start putting up the boxes here as well for what we need. So it's going to be like 5 or 6. And I'm going to try to see if I can make the storage in the same style as in our other location. So we can build upon that as well. Yeah, so many lines we have to think about right now. And we'll manage. I'm sure. So for now, I think I'm going to leave the episode here. I think we've done a lot today. And on the next one, we're going to finish it off. Meaning that we're going to do all of our assemblers. Meaning, let's see how much room they'll take up. It would be fine. So if we do the plates here, and then we'll have our frame here. We should have more than enough room to get our 2 pipe constructors. Then our encased frames and our heavy frames. Yeah, so we need 5 assemblers, 2 constructors. Yeah, and whatever is needed for lime. The lime base for the concrete I will do in between the episodes. The rest we'll build together and then finish it off at the end of it. We have a nice big old building with an idea of how we want to walk through it. So for now, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we complete our next factory. And move on to even greater things. So until then, bye-bye.